When a woman loves a man, she loves that man. And the only person who can mess that up is that man himself.
Guys, it is me, it's Shan from She Gets It Pod. And we got a new mic, so I might sound a little bit clearer for you, but I hope you like me this close, okay? Welcome back to some Night Throat with Shan from She Gets It Pod. Y'all ever looked at someone who had the best cards in their favor and they still fucked it up? That's what I'm talking about today, okay? I want to talk about the fact that you should not yuck this up, okay? And that's the best way to say it without saying it. You know what I want to say? Let me fix my bra. Like, let me side note. At this moment in time, I was supposed to be at brunch with one of my friends who is getting married this week. And we made these plans. And on the day of, 2 hours before, she says, "Oh, I forgot. I have to go pick up the wedding bands today." Sis, you know I don't leave the house. You know I don't like to leave the house. You know I don't like to get dressed. And I did that for you. But I just made it a time of errands for me, personal time for me, and I got a lot of other things done. And I had to rush back here so I can record and edit and schedule it out for the week. And we just gonna have to reschedule before she leave the country because, sis, I made time for you and you were disorganized. But anywho, here we are. But yes, today's episode is for people, a reminder that don't yuck this up. Do not yuck this up, okay? That's what I want to talk about, because men and women get caught up in the wrong rapture. Not Anita Baker's, shout out to her, because that's the only rapture I'm trying to be in. All right, and y'all yuck up the simplest, most goodest times of your lives. One, because you might be overthinking. Two, because you might think, "Oh, I don't deserve this person, or I don't deserve this opportunity, or I don't deserve this position," but you've been working towards this the whole time. And then it gets here and you just don't take it in. You don't appreciate it. Y'all see these nails? Okay, I got orange French tips today because I'm wearing this orange cardigan. You know what I'm saying? And I know the tits were tittying today because when I went to the store, married men could not unlock the eye contact. I know, I saw y'all. Go home to your wives. I am not it. I am not that woman, okay? I won't snitch on you. Leave me alone, okay? But I know I was coordinating today, even though the plans fell through. But either way, I'm not going to push it no more. Let's get into some sticky notes. I'm glad that you guys made it to another Monday, and y'all made it through another Monday. And here we are. And here you are. And here the show is. So let's just go ahead and get it in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all ever see the TikTok Skin Deep? I think they ask the best questions with their guests. It's usually two people talking to each other, and they have to pick from these cards that have these questions. I think they do sell the questions depending on what you want the questions for. I think I'm gonna buy some for the podcast purpose. Yeah. And see what questions they are. Maybe I'll do a question per episode to see how it goes. But their page is called Skin Deep on TikTok and on IG, I believe. And they be having the best questions. And I just appreciate a level of consistency from them where they dig deeper than they did last time. And I think that's super important for people to always dig deeper with their person so y'all can have a higher level of bonding, okay? Because that surface shit is boring. But anywho, if you're not aware, the GRWM hashtag is for get ready with me. And that's usually what creators use when they want you to watch them get dressed. Now, beware. GRWM is the only thing I want to see when you can dress. I think it's for dope people only who can layer well, who can coordinate well, who knows what works for them. I don't want to see you get ready with me and you don't know how to dress. I don't want to see that. I think that's boring if you don't know how to dress and you on some get ready with me. So you better come correct. Next up. Layering is it requires some type of mastery to be able to layer. So if you can do it correctly, kudos to you. Anywho, a lot of people don't believe that they are as great as they are, as everyone else sees them, and they are great. So the best thing you can do is figure out why you can't see your own greatness and figure that out. Because you can't depend on people to tell you your worth. You have to know your worth for yourself and own that shit. Okay? Next sticky note. Find your best friend in life and be really raw and honest with them and create a life that makes sense for y'all too. Not the world, not your family, not your siblings. Make it make sense for y'all. Like, for instance, my favorite brother, I can't stand his wife. And we are born in the same month, but as far as like who we are personality wise, completely different, right? I don't like her. I will never like her. There's that. Now, for many years, she has fought the fact that, oh, it's her problem. I don't see why she has a problem. First of all, sis, you're not about to talk to my nephews any type of way. You're not about to talk to my brother any type of way. You're not about to run your household that my brother also helps in any type of way. Okay? And because I don't need to know anything else about her, I'm good on what I know. I don't need to know anything else, sis. I'm not impressed. I don't understand what he sees. And my position of who I am is not going to change. Whether you're with him or not, I'm still going to be his sister. Whether you're with him or not, my nephews are still going to be my nephews. Okay? So whatever you need to do with that, do with that. But I understand that they are married. I understand that they have a business together. Right? And it must be working for them. It must be doing what they needed to do. I ain't got no place in that. If it's working for you, if you love it, great. But bitch, you better keep your hands to yourself. Okay? That's how that works. That's how that works. Learn to respect two people in a relationship that they are choosing to be in. People brush your tongues also. Part of brushing your teeth is this. Mouth washing first. Okay, rinse that mouth out first. Get some baking soda, put it on your toothbrush, then apply a dot of toothpaste that does not have fluoride in it. You'll thank me later. Okay, brush your teeth. Brush the side, brush up, brush down. Brush the front, brush up, brush down. Brush behind your teeth. Same thing on the other side. Up, down, side. Brush, 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 brush. All right? Then you're going to take coconut oil, virgin, that raw stuff. Put it on your toothbrush. Brush your teeth. Again, with the coconut oil. You're going to see a difference over a period of 2 or more weeks. When your teeth are brighter, they feel sexier. They feel like silk. And your mouth smells way better and refreshed, right? Then you're going to take a tongue brush or the back of your toothbrush, right? Do not spit that coconut oil in the sink or your toilet. Spit it in the trash where there's a bag, all right? Because it is oil and you don't want that to get cold and stop up your drain. All right. Your tongue brush, put some toothpaste on that thing. Take it and go the furthest back, pause with that tongue brush. Nobody's looking at you. It's just you and you. And you brush that tongue because that's where all the bacteria is. That's where what you did last night is, and that's where the funk is. And you got to get that out your mouth. And you just brush and brush and brush and brush and brush until you feel like there's no more toothpaste on this tongue brush, and you spit it out. And you rinse your mouth out with water. And that is how you clean your mouth, okay? It's too many of y'all that's grown with bad breath because y'all are not brushing correctly. And I am very sick of it. Be better. Next sticky note. I will never wax my peppermint fatty, okay? Never, ever, ever. This nani is furry and purry, okay, for the right one. Because to me, a grown man that's on top of his shit does not care about hair being on it. And that is the man for me, okay? Just for me. I want hair, body, and shine, okay? That's the man for me. The one that doesn't care about hair being on it, because hair will be on me. Because I am sick of trying to keep her on a low Caesar. It is a lot. She's getting thicker. She is showing wisdom, but she is still purring. She is still fresh, and she is still the what? The best. Okay? Next sticky note. Show people that you love them more than you tell them. Don't let that go over your heads, because saying I love you but disrespecting them or not making time for them or only calling them when you need something or only showing up because you know somebody else is going to be around them, that's why you showed up, or they were having a barbecue, now you can be found, but anytime they call you and you say you got to come through, you never come through, and then you come through empty-handed. That's not love. That's not you showing love in the best light. Just be better. Damn. All right. Lastly, before I get into the meat, treat people in a decent way, and then they'll teach other people to treat other people in a decent way, and then it'll just snowball. But a lot of y'all are out here hurt, so y'all treating people in a temporary way, and then that's snowballing into the next person, and then the next person, and the next person, and then the person that really wants to give more doesn't give more because they don't see the benefits of giving more. They see the benefits in society of giving less. And that's sad. Okay? That's very sad. But let's get into the meat. The meats. Life is full of people who will just fuck up a good thing, right? That's why life is the best teacher. Decide to honestly choose what's good for you. Decide to love on people who need the love that you have because they deserve it, and you deserve someone that reciprocates the love that you give. Some people go their whole lifetime of not even getting a chance to get close to what they deserve. You want a better life? Then be a better person, okay? You want better opportunities? Then go where there's better opportunities. Be around better people. Be around positive people. Be around prospering people. People who see past what's not working. People who work even when they don't understand why things are not working. People who are honestly healed. People who will tell you where they honestly messed up in their lives so you can learn that lesson, so you could get that wisdom. Those are treasures, okay? Share your experience with people honestly, because I truly believe that truly healed people have no problem with being honest about their past and how what they did in their past didn't work. And they have no problem with being honest about how they messed up. Okay? Be comfortable with your truth. Before we get back into this meat, let's do the pod spotlight. The pod spotlight is where I pick a podcast that I believe listeners that listen to me should know about, because as a creative, you should never feel like another podcaster or another creative is going to take from you just because you let people know about their work. But check out the podcast Where the Weird Ones podcast, okay? It's for men who talk about various topics, and it's just widespread, and I think it's a perfect balance of the reality of four men having a conversation. So check out Where the Weird Ones podcast. Now back to this meat. Make no mistake, being you is a freeing feeling that only you can give yourself. Don't fuck that up. All right? When you are for real about being better, you don't care who will judge you. You don't care who is looking. You work on being a better you. You work on keeping your mind fresh and positive. And if it's like a bad day, then it's a bad day. It's not a bad week. It's not a bad month. It's not a bad year. Your subconscious mind will do as you think. And if you want to reverse that or change that, change how you think so what you do gets better. Okay? Because your body is listening to your subconscious mind. What you're thinking will happen if you keep thinking it. What you say has power. Words are spells. Men, if you have a good woman or a good man that's giving you their best, quit that bullshit. Quit bullshitting. And I think a lot of men bullshit because they feel like they don't deserve the love that they're getting, the care that they're getting, the time and quality that they're getting from a person. So they bullshit to see if this is a trauma right here. A lot of songs will say, I know I put you through the shit just to see if you can hang. What? I know, we've been through a lot. Whenever a man says, I know we've been through a lot, it's him fucking up repeatedly. And that woman or that man moving past it or trying to move past it or work past it. I'm at the point where I'm not trying to go through the trenches to prove to a man that I want a life with him. I'm not doing it. I'm not the one, never been the one, never felt like I had to go through the trenches to prove something to a man for him to love me correctly. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. But if you feel like that's your path, who am I to tell you don't? Okay? But please, men, quit that bullshit. If a woman wants you to be your best, be that. Most of the temps out here giving pussy to the highest bidder don't love themselves, so they cannot love you. So what is it that you're out here looking for from them? I don't get mad at any woman or man that has an OnlyFans, because there will always be a man or a woman willing to pay someone for temporary play, for temporary gratification. And they deserve those lanes. And if someone is getting rich off of having an OnlyFans, because other people are not fully into healing themselves. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I to step in the way of that? Who am I to stop that? There will always be chumps in every society. There will always be people who continuously get played because they don't want to be better. Who am I to step in the way of their lessons? All right? Women, because women do it too. Women having men you ain't with, or having men that had their chance to come correct with you and they didn't, should not have access to you. It's stunting your growth. Okay? Do not allow men who have disrespected you in the past to continuously have access to you. Holding on to them is that little bit of you that believes that you don't deserve better still. Okay? Honestly, that's what it is. Holding on to them is that little piece of you that feels like you must be worth something because they're still talking to you, or they still acknowledge you, or they still look at your picture, or they still look at your page, or they still check for you, or they still ask their mom, have they seen you lately? Girl, grow up. And I know I've been talking about men and women throughout this episode and your personal feelings of you over guessing stuff, but even in work opportunities, creative opportunities are easily fucked up when people put their pride and their ego in the wrong places at the wrong time. When people get lazy when they should be hustling. When people have time to do OT, aka overtime, and they're at home watching other people live their lives outside spending money that they don't have. All right? Rushing at times when you should be double checking. Trusting people to do your work for you and they don't have the same goals that you have for your work. Take some accountability from where you're dropping the ball. Make it make sense. We have to be honest about how we can be better where we are dropping the ball. Do not yuck this up. We all need balance in everything. We all can use a fresh point of view, but you have to be willing to see it, willing to push through it, willing to be better. Okay? My name is Shan. This is She Gets a Pod. Don't forget to like, share, and review on Spotify, Google, Himalayan, Red Circle, Podbean, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and Apple. Okay? And you can always call into the show. The number is in the show notes. All right? Nobody ever calls in. There's never a voicemail. There's always like spam calls, and y'all could call in. I tell you all the time, y'all could call in. What y'all scared of? Okay? I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. My mom is, but I'm not. Okay? Just don't yuck this up, y'all. Don't yuck up the people that love you, that show you. Don't yuck up the work opportunities that you have. Don't have someone speak good about you and then you go into a company somewhere and you show your ass. Don't have that woman give you her best effort and you spit in her face by disrespecting her in a way. And then she ends up leaving you, because she will leave you. And she goes out in life and she becomes the best host she can be because she saw what happens when she gave her honest best. Same thing with a man. Don't disrespect a man and think, oh, even if he leaves, he's probably going to have the best relationship ever. No, he's probably never going to try with a woman ever again. There's some men out here who are looking for straight male husbands just for the benefits, just because they're just tired of trying and dealing with the wrong women. Now, women do it every day. Women will find their best friend. They have a kid. Their best friend has a kid, and they just buy a house together, and they live in that house together, and they live their lives. And they are not lesbians. They are very straight, but they just gave up on the relationship working with the opposite sex so much that they're just like, girl, let me just buy a house with my best friend and chill. Sometimes life gets like that. I hope life doesn't get like that for you if that's not what you want. Me personally, I don't see myself living with more vaginas. I would like more peen. Okay. But for right now, I'm going to just live by myself with my kids. All right. But anyway, this is She Gets It Pod. You can find me at shanbypodding.com. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, Shannon Pods. I was trying to do a show earlier, but the login is not working. So you might not see a show on YouTube on Monday morning, but I'm trying to see what's going on with that. But yeah, I got work to do, edits to do. So moving along, I will check you guys on Friday. Peace.
People miss opportunities, I think, because they are distracted. They're distracted by circumstances, they're distracted by the mundane, by the menial, and the urgent. It's like
I said what I said when I said what I said. Good day.